Hello, I'm Kristen Bomas, and welcome to Struck by Enlightenment, a conscious journey to life mastery. Today we're going to talk about the bravery and courage that exist within when you decide to go into self-discovery. Each person, when they make the choice to start to learn more about the truth of who they are, have to have that courage to start to look within. So there is an inherent bravery and courage that exists in each of you when you embark upon self-discovery. It's time to really honor that within yourself, right? It's much like finding new land. It took bravery and courage to go beyond what people knew existed to find new territory and new places to live. But life is a little bit different because even though it's quite the adventure, you ultimately know who you are. And the truth of who you are has been with you all along. So when you choose to embark upon self-discovery, it takes courage and bravery, but you're not going to find something that you aren't aware is already there. This life is, by design, fraught with challenges, right? We are here to experience the challenges and choose, free will, you will either choose or not choose to master each of those challenges. If you choose to master them, then that is the adventure of discovering yourself, because as you pull away those challenges, you're moving beyond the limitations and the fears of this life. And that does take courage and bravery. It is about embracing that fear and knowing that as you move beyond it, a new door to the self is going to open and greater beauty and strength is going to present itself. It takes that strength within to open those doors, to be willing to embrace the fears and not run from them, not to cower, but to stand in the fire of them, knowing that you will transcend them. That self-discovery that you would like to really embrace, it starts with an awareness of self. You become aware at some level of who you are versus what isn't you. What doesn't feel right? What is it that you want to get beyond? And so then you embark upon that journey, right? That adventure of, I know this isn't how I like to feel. I don't want to feel hurt. I don't want to feel sad. I don't want to feel beat up by life. I want to feel free and joyous and loving and loved. So that courage to step into that is something that exists in all of you and in all of us, right? And so we want to really embrace that ability to step into that awareness of who we are and how we know what we are not by where we are uncomfortable, right? So we also, as we're going through this and we know who we are, we know what we don't like, but we're always making these choices, right? We're always making choices as to who we are and what we're about. And those choices come from inside you. And guess what? They are always right. If they really came from inside you and you followed your heart or your gut, then it's right. It may not give you the exact outcome that you wanted each time, but it's still right because it gave you something to move you closer to the freedom and the knowingness of who you are and what life is all about. So those choices are always going to be yours, except when you listen to others. And that's where we get kind of thrown off our track a little bit. And it takes courage to get back on. It takes courage to not just listen to everybody else telling us what to do. It takes courage to know that we can follow our own heart and find our own dreams. We have to kind of move through all of the expectations and assumptions that have been put upon us. But having the courage to break free and start a new path for yourself, that's a great new beginning. As you embark upon that new beginning, there are going to be times that you need to lean back against life. We talk about surrender, right? That too takes great courage and bravery because you're starting to learn to read life and what it says to you, and then to lean back against it and let it carry you through those rough times sometimes. Trust also takes courage because you want to trust that you're going to move through the challenges and come out the other end in a greater place, right? It's kind of like running a river. You hit the rapids and you're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, are we going to make it out? Are we stuck? Is this it? And then poof, you get through the rapids and you're on the calm river again, moving swiftly but calmly down that river. Life is very much the same. It keeps opening when you allow it to. But we have to surrender into it at the same time, right? And that takes courage to not try to use our will or ego to control things and make things happen on our timeline. And, we have to let that go by leaning back and understanding that it's all going to unfold in its own time. And part of that is dependent on you really being willing to go deep inside, discover what the fears are, discover what those old beliefs are that are holding you back. What is slowing down that timeline? Why is it that I can't say thank you for a beautiful day and have it just, clear skies open up, right? How is it that I can't say may the rain not pour on my car today and have it just not pour on my car today? Well, do we really believe we can do that? And although those might be silly examples to many of you, it is the same concept. What is it inside? What is the belief inside that lends to the doubt? Now we need the courage to go after those old beliefs and old doubts that we carry, then interrupt the freedom in this life and what we wish to manifest in our dreams. And along those same lines, if you're learning to surrender into life and you're learning to look at those old beliefs, you're also starting to look at the ego, that persona of fear inside each of us that keeps us wanting to control, wanting to will it our way, right? But that ego, like I said, is the persona of fear. And you have to ask yourself, again, do you want to develop your nightmares, your fear-based experiences, or the love-based experiences, which are your dreams? So again, there's the courage and the bravery that it takes to move beyond the ego, to move beyond your timeline, to move beyond your will to control, and to let go, to follow the rhythm as you manifest your dreams. In each of you, that bravery, that courage, that strength that we're talking about today, it exists. Or you wouldn't have listened to this in the first place. You know it's there. At times we all feel weak, we all feel like we can't, we all feel whatever, but that comes from the old beliefs, right? The fears. But you have it inside you. Take that strength that is yours and to know clearly who you are, what your dream is, and what it's made of. And from that place, know you can. Trust in life and trust in you. And if you're not there yet, then start there. Embark upon that part of the journey first. Because always, that bravery, that strength that's inside you will continue to come to the forefront and show you how much more there is about you than you thought in the first place. And I'll promise you this. On that journey to self-discovery, you will love who you are because you are anchored in truth, in love, right? So that truth of who you are is all love-based anyway. You can't not love yourself. It is the fear and what was put upon you that allows you to doubt that. So everybody, get your strength and your courage and your bravery together, and let's embark upon this journey of self-discovery together, and let's master those challenges and free yourself in this life. Thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, may each one of you enjoy that strength and brave courage part of you that takes you inward to know you and all that you are. Thank you so much for joining me, and please visit KristenBomas.com where you can easily access all of my social circles.